I discovered pornography when I was 11 years old. At first, it seemed like a fun thing to do. I thought I was learning so much about sex, and that it would help me become ready for when the time was right to do it with a girl. However, as time went on, I began to realize how utterly wrong I was and how destructive this habit was. It took all the joy out of my life. As I sat at my desk at the age of 23, staring at the computer screen in front of me, I couldn't help but feel a sense of shame and disgust wash over me. My addiction to pornography had been controlling my life for far too long, and had taken a serious toll on my mental health and relationships. I knew that I needed to make a change, but the thought of quitting pornography was overwhelming. I was depressed, anxious, and really down in the gutters. I knew I couldn't keep living like this, with missed opportunities and ruined relationships due to my addiction, and the constant guilt and shame weighing on me every day. I made the decision right then and there to start my NoFap journey. It wouldn't be easy, but I was determined to break this cycle and take back control of my life. Stay with me until the end of this video to discover the golden takeaway I learned during my 90-day challenge, and by embracing this lifestyle, and how it can help you in your own journey towards a better life. So, I will begin with day 1 so you understand completely what to expect when you go on this journey yourself. Day 1. As the day went on, the cravings hit me hard. It was as if my body was screaming for the release it had become accustomed to getting from pornography and masturbation for the past 12 years. I became irritable and restless, and it was a struggle to stay focused on my work and other tasks. So, I went for a run, meditated, and took a long, relaxing bath. These activities helped to distract me from my cravings and kept me going for the day. Days 2 to 6. It was tough, I won't lie to you. The first few days of my NoFap journey were a real struggle, like trying to quit alcohol addiction at a New Year's Eve party. But I knew I had to push through. The cravings were intense, and it was hard to focus on anything else. But then something amazing happened. Around day 4, I started to notice a change. My energy levels went through the roof, and I felt like I could conquer the world, or at least my to-do list. I was more confident in myself, and I felt like I had a newfound sense of clarity. The brain fog that had been clouding my thoughts lifted, and I felt like I could think more clearly and work more efficiently. My mood improved, and I felt like I was in control of my emotions and better equipped to handle stress. This boost in energy and clarity motivated me to tackle tasks and projects I had been putting off, and I felt a sense of accomplishment as I completed them. Day 7. As the days went by, the benefits continued to accumulate. By day 7, I could feel the positive changes in my body and mind. I remember feeling proud of myself by the end of that week. I had noticed an increase in my energy levels and concentration, and as research had suggested, I was also experiencing an increase in my testosterone levels. In fact, a study found that participants who abstained from pornography and masturbation for 7 days experienced an average increase of a whopping 145.7% in testosterone levels. I was excited to see what other benefits my NoFap journey would bring, and I was determined to keep moving forward. This is a journey, not a destination, and I took it one day at a time. Second week. As I entered my second week, I was starting to see some more powerful benefits. The compound effect had begun. One of the most noticeable changes was in my interactions with others, especially women. I found myself feeling more confident and able to hold eye contact and engage in conversations with them. This was a big change from before, when I often struggled with social anxiety and felt like I couldn't connect with others. According to a study by the University of Cambridge, men who use pornography regularly are more likely to suffer from social anxiety, and this was definitely true in my case. A noteworthy moment during this time was when I had a conversation with a woman at a coffee shop. We struck up a conversation about the book she was reading, and I was pleasantly surprised at how easy and effortless the conversation was. I was able to hold eye contact, share my thoughts and opinions, and genuinely connect with her. It was a small but meaningful interaction that boosted my confidence and made me feel more connected to the world around me. This experience reinforced my motivation to stay committed to this journey and the belief that it will help me overcome my social anxiety. Third week. I continued to experience the benefits of my journey. My energy levels were stable, my concentration was consistently good, and my mood remained positive. My relationships with friends and family were stronger and more positive. It was like a NoFap superpower was giving me the ability to make people like me even more. It was like being a superhero that instead of saving the world, I was saving conversations with my friends and family. My jokes were funnier, my stories more interesting, and my listening skills were on point. It was like a NoFap version of a motivational speaker. Everyone wanted to be around me, and I couldn't be happier. I was living my best life, and it was all thanks to the power of NoFap. Fourth week. During fourth week, I mustered up the courage to approach my crush and ask for her phone number. I had always admired her from afar, but my addiction had held me back from making a move. But with the newfound boost in confidence and clarity that my NoFap journey had given me, I was able to approach her like a boss and have a natural and engaging conversation. To my surprise, she agreed to give me her number, and we made plans to go out on a date. It was a small but meaningful interaction that boosted my confidence even more. As I reached the end of the month, I couldn't believe how much progress I had made. I felt like a new man, reborn, like the phoenix rising from the ashes of my addiction. But just when I thought I had it all figured out, I was thrown a curveball. My date had to be rescheduled for later. I guess the universe was testing me. And for the next 2 to 4 weeks, everything fell apart, and I hit my lowest point yet in my journey. Second month. I began to experience the flatline phase. This is a common phenomenon where the initial benefits of NoFap begin to level off, and it can vary greatly in terms of duration for different people. It can be a challenging time, as cravings and urges to relapse may surface. During this phase, I noticed that my energy levels were not as consistent as they had been during the first month. My mood also fluctuated more, and I found myself struggling with cravings and urges to relapse. However, I was determined to stay the course. I leaned on the support of my friends and family and made a conscious effort to focus on exercise, nutrition, and staying out more. I found that the longer I stayed at home, the more my cravings intensified. As I moved past the flatline phase and into the second half of the month, I began to experience a plateau of benefits as the flatline began to fade away. This is where the long-term benefits of NoFap begin to set in, and I noticed a much more stable mood and energy. Third month. As the third month went on, around day 78, I finally went on a date with my crush, and we had sex for the first time. And let me tell you, it was like upgrading from a tricycle to a Ferrari. I had always been self-conscious about my performance and had struggled with erectile dysfunction in the past. But with the improved blood flow and sensitivity that my NoFap journey had given me, I was able to fully enjoy the experience and pleasure my partner without any issues. It was a very significant victory for me. By day 90, my crush and I went on a country tour, and my life has never been the same again. I feel like a man now, whereas I always felt like a little scared boy who was always afraid to speak in front of others. Golden takeaway. As I reflect on my journey with NoFap over the past 5 years, I realize that my focus on numbers and counting days was not as essential as embracing the lifestyle and making it a permanent part of my life. In the beginning, it was easy to get caught up in the excitement of reaching certain milestones and tracking my progress. However, I have come to learn that the true key to success was to simply accept NoFap as my new reality and integrate it into my daily routine. I found it helpful to focus on the long-term benefits of NoFap and remind myself of the positive changes it had brought into my life. I also made a conscious effort to practice self-care and engage in activities that supported my well-being, such as exercise, nutrition, meditation, cold showers, and spending time with loved ones. Another important aspect of embracing the NoFap lifestyle was to be patient and kind to myself. I realized that I was not perfect, and that I would inevitably face setbacks and challenges along the way, but I learned to be gentle with myself and remember that progress is a journey, not a destination. I realized that the occasional relapse did not negate the progress I had made or reverse the benefits I had gained. It was easy to fall into the mindset that one slip-up would erase all the hard work and effort I had put in, but I learned that this was simply not true. Just like in the gym, Where muscle gains are not lost overnight if you miss a workout, the benefits of NoFap are not easily undone. Sure, a relapse may set you back and require some extra effort to get back on track, but it does not erase all the progress you have made. Overall, I learned that the key to success on the NoFap journey is to embrace a holistic approach and focus on both abstaining from pornography and cultivating other healthy habits that support recovery. If you are struggling with a pornography addiction, I encourage you to stay strong and seek out the support and resources you need to overcome it. If you would like to learn more about my exact strategy for beating pornography addiction, be sure to subscribe to my channel to stay updated on my upcoming videos.